Do you want to know the key to being successful on YouTube as a small creator or a new creator, even if you haven't started yet? Well, in all honesty, it comes down to 5 simple steps, which you just need to follow. And if you follow these steps in today's world, in 2024, you can achieve YouTube success much easier than you think you can. First off, you just need to be yourself. You don't need to look at all these fast-paced, high-edit YouTube channels that have been around for a long time. And I'm talking about channels like Mr. Beast, Mr. Who's the Boss, channels that have all of this fast-paced editing that switch from scene to scene. You don't need to be like that. Just be yourself and all of the imperfections that come with that. I am not going to edit this video. I'm just going to show you everything and all the flaws that I have in this video so you can just be yourself. I don't hide the fact that I have a job, that I have a wife, that I have young kids, that I also do filmmaking, that I'm trying to balance everything. Recently, I shared a video on the channel about all the things that frustrate me about YouTube. And I'm just on this journey and I'm just sharing it with you in all of my vulnerabilities for you to join with me and grow with me and be part of my initial founding subscribers and members so that you can watch this video back in 2 or 3 years time and just see my journey as it's progressed. If you just be yourself on YouTube and on the platform, then people will resonate with that a lot more. People will understand your struggles, your shortcomings, your issues, everything that you have. People will understand that, and that is what makes you you and what separates you from everyone else. So just be yourself. Obviously you need to be a little bit entertaining, you need to be a little bit engaging, because if you're like me, you have a short attention span, so you need to keep people engaged and you need to supply some value to people. But ultimately just be yourself and just be authentic. I didn't get like this, talking with this sort of camera confidence overnight. This has taken, I've been on YouTube for over 2 years. I've uploaded nearly 150 videos. So for me to be able to switch on a camera and just talk to it like this, like I am now, with no scripting, nothing, just bullet points in my notebook about what I want to talk about, it's taken me a long time to get to that point, and it will take you a long time as well. But practice makes perfect. But just show up, be you, and be authentic, and that means more to anyone than absolutely anything. And number 2, you need to talk about something you're passionate about. Don't try and make a YouTube channel about something you think is going to take off because it's a high reward niche and it's going to earn you a lot of money. Don't do that. Do something you're passionate about and you can talk about it for ages. For me, camera gear, studio setups, monitors, microphones, helping people grow on YouTube, because I am passionate about YouTube and all of the things that go with it, like learning everything, learning all of the issues, all of the processes, learning what's working and what's not. All of that, plus all of the tech that goes with a YouTube setup, from a light, which is burning my head off right now because it's really hot and we're in the middle of summer, to just everything that goes into growing a YouTube channel. I talk about all of that because I'm passionate about it. On top of that, I'm starting to share some other issues like behind the scenes stuff and family films that I'm making, because this is my channel and I want to share my entire journey with all of you. So I'm trying to keep it sort of niche-ish, but I'm also just trying to be genuine and just be passionate about the things that I enjoy. So yes, I'm keeping it focused. It's all about cameras, lenses, growing on YouTube, YouTube education, but ultimately it's about all the things that I enjoy and I'm passionate about, and that is what you should do. Do not do something that you don't enjoy. Make sure it's something you could talk to someone about for ages. Number 3, just be confident. Be confident in being you and being yourself. I am sitting on my own in a studio with a camera on and I'm talking to that camera. And I am just confident just talking to the camera. Now, normally I have a lot of outtakes, a lot of B-roll, a lot of edits, a lot of stuff like that. But you just need to try and be confident in talking to the camera. And the best way you're going to do that is practice and repetition. Just keep practicing, just keep talking to the camera. Even if you don't upload it as a video, just get confident in turning the camera on and just talking to it, and then watch that footage back and then critique yourself and think, okay, what could I have done better? What could I have changed about that? What mistakes have I made? All of that stuff you just need to practice. That's all it is. All the biggest YouTubers that you see practice their craft, and they practice it for a long time. And most of the time it's something that they're passionate about, like I mentioned previously. If you was to talk to some of the biggest YouTubers on the planet about, let's go with camera gear for example, I guarantee you it's a conversation they could sit and just talk about for ages, because they're confident about it, they know the topic, and they could just happily deliver the content like they're talking to another person. That's how I imagine it. I imagine I'm just sitting there talking to somebody else, and talking to someone else who shares my passions and shares my beliefs, because ultimately you're watching this video because you want to know the things that I know, and you wish that you could have known them earlier, which is what I wish, if that makes any sense at all. So that is why I'm sharing all this, because I'm passionate about it and I enjoy it. And as long as you're confident with that, then you're onto a winner straight away. At number 4, you need to be useful. Now, this comes from a book which I read from Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is To Be Useful, 7 Tips for Life or something like that. And his whole philosophy throughout all of his career in bodybuilding, in acting, in running for governorship in California, all of it was about trying to be useful to other people and trying to help other people. And as long as he can share that message and that vision and help other people, then that is what he wanted to impart that knowledge to the world. And that is what I'm trying to do. All of my YouTube videos, essentially, I think, how is this going to be useful to somebody else? And if it's not useful, and if it's a video that's just not going to help anyone at all, then I don't make it. The only exception to that is videos where I'm exploring my creativity, like when I'm making family films and things like that. They are to share with the world, to share my journey, but they're also to document my stuff for my kids and my family in the future so they can look back on it. That's the only exception to the rule. Anything else I make, any of these videos, any tech videos, any filmmaking videos, all of them are geared towards trying to be useful and help somebody else. So as long as you're useful and you help people and don't just serve yourself, then that will be great as well. And at 5, you just need to be consistent. And I've said this in so many of my videos because I just want to hammer this home to you. Whatever consistency looks like for you, just be consistent, whether that's 1 video a week, 2 videos a week, whether that's 1 video a month. As long as you're consistent with it and focus on that one channel and that one platform, then your viewers will grow, your subscriber base will grow, all of everything else on the channel will grow. The only time this doesn't work is when you try and grow like 4 YouTube channels at once and then go, oh, why isn't this working? Because I'm trying to grow 4 YouTube channels as a one-man band or one-person band. You need to focus on one thing at a time. There's so many social media platforms out there now that there's like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, like so many more, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. There's so many platforms that you try and spread yourself so thin, and in the end you just get burnt out or overwhelmed, and then you don't do any of it. So ultimately, you just need to be consistent and focus on one platform at a time. And as long as you are consistent and do all of the other points that I've mentioned, then that is how you just be successful. And a bonus tip for you, you need to remove the bottleneck. Don't try and do things that somebody else has done, that they've been doing for a long time and they've mastered the craft of it. Don't try and do that from day one. An example of this is if you are not really a filmmaker, but you've got a professional camera, like say, for example, you know you want to be a YouTuber and make good quality content. So you spend $2,000 getting a really good professional camera and use that to make your videos. And then you start looking at people that are filming in S-Log3 and they spend 2-3 hours color grading and optimizing that in 10-bit color. You don't need to do that for YouTube videos. I don't do it, and I'm a videographer. I film all of my YouTube videos in 8-bit color and I upload them, do a minor color grade to them, and then upload it. All of my videos, my camera is connected to the top of my computer, on top of my monitor on a little tripod. It's plugged straight into a HDMI cable, straight into a 4K cam link, which means it can record in 4K straight onto the computer. And then I record in OBS, which is a free recording software that you can just download from the internet. And I just have the input as the camera and the microphone input as the audio. And then all I do is record that on OBS, upload it into my editing software, which is DaVinci Resolve. Again, that's free and very easy and simple to use. And then I just edit it. I don't record in 422 10-bit color for YouTube videos, then spend half an hour transferring that onto the computer, then spend another 2 hours editing it. I don't do all that because it's a bottleneck. It's going to take me a lot longer. The good thing about this setup is it's ready to go. So that if I get inspiration to make a video like this video, I got inspiration to make it, did some minor research, done some bullet points and took some notes on what I wanted to talk about. And then all I do is turn the camera on, turn the microphone on, turn OBS on and hit record, and it's done and it's good to go. And there's no bottleneck there. There's no obstructions there for me to have to set up for half an hour to get everything all set up and running and then spend ages editing and all that kind of stuff. You need to remove whatever bottlenecks you have. Now, if you've got a really good setup and you're doing a lot of run and gun and a lot of B-roll, then unfortunately there's not a lot you can do. You have to record everything onto your camera and transfer it over. You just have to hope that you have fast transfer speeds. But if you don't have that, then literally just hit record on your camera, get it all set up. And I've made a video about my setup here, and it's very, very simple. And you literally, all I have to do, if I get inspiration, just hit record and you are good to go to make a video. And that removes all the bottlenecks, and it's already on the computer. It's already good to go. It's already good to film, to edit and upload. And then I can just upload it and it's done. And it removes all of the issues that you have when people come up to making these videos, because when you then go to make them and you've got to do all the setup and all that, by that point the inspiration's gone. You think, oh, do you know what, I can't be bothered with this. My inspiration's gone. I'm angry at myself. The camera's not working. My battery's died. Like, you just remove whatever bottlenecks you have, whatever they are for you, whatever the obstructions are, or the things that's causing the most friction and taking unnecessary amounts of time. Remove all of that and it will make you a lot more successful. So to summarize, be yourself and be authentic. Don't try to make really fast-paced, high-edit videos from the beginning. Learn your craft as you go, and if you want to do that, that's great, but build up to it over a period of time and do it after a while. Don't try and do it from day dot, because it will just create you so many issues and you'll just get so frustrated with yourself and you won't be happy with the end result. Just be yourself, be authentic. Don't be afraid to share your issues, your worries, your families, your everything that makes you you. Just share all of that. Be passionate about what you're making videos about. Don't try and just jump onto current trends, because they might last for a little while but then they're just going to fizzle out. Whereas if you make a long-standing audience and narrative over what your journey and what your life is and what you're passionate about, what you want to share, then you will build a much deeper connection with your audience, like hopefully I have. Be confident in talking to the camera and being yourself and the content in what you're delivering, like I am. Just make videos, just practice and practice, repetition and repetition. Even if you don't upload it, just practice. Be useful and deliver information that's going to help people and benefit someone in some way, and that will be a lot better for you going forward. And just be consistent in what you're doing and remove the bottleneck. As long as you follow all of these tips and just do all of that, you will be much more on the path to YouTube success. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I've been on YouTube for 2 years and I've just got almost 2,000 subscribers at the time of making this video and 250,000 views on my channel. But it's taken me a long time to get to that. I've uploaded over 150 videos on this channel, and it's got to a point where I've only just started generating consistent income and consistent revenue for it and just got some momentum. It's gonna take you time. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. So you just need to understand that as long as you follow these processes and do that and be real with yourself and understand the journey, you will be fine. But just keep going, people, and don't give up. And I have just actually opened my channel membership. So if you want to have some help along this journey and you would like some input, you can join my channel membership now and you get a whole host of benefits. One of them is the fact that you get a private Discord only community, private section in my Discord community where all of my members can share tips and tricks of each other and talk to each other and support each other and just help build each other up, because I get so many comments from people that are new creators that are struggling. So I want all of you to jump into that Discord community, and if you're a member you get the members only section plus loads of other benefits, and we can all help each other to grow along this path and to help build each other up and be successful together, because ultimately that's what I want. I want everyone to be successful. And if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow and help me achieve my dreams of being a full-time YouTuber and traveling the world and going on big brand trips and all that sort of thing. And if you want to know some good cameras that you need to get started on YouTube, if you are looking to invest in a decent camera, then watch this video up here next, which will give you everything you need to know from budget all the way up to expensive.